Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer. Today I'm joined by Melissa Belzer.
Hello.
Could you imagine if we did a whole episode somber?
No.
Ugh, it'd be like
No.
NPR.
I can't do that.
This is episode number 250. Wow, we actually made it to a quarter of 1,000 episodes.
Quarter of 1,000.
This sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
It does sound like a lot.
How many episodes have you recorded? A quarter of 1,000. So 250. No, a quarter of 1,000, which sounds like more.
Quarter of 1,000.
A quarter of 1,000 or 250?
Yeah, quarter of 1,000.
A quarter of
Sounds like a bigger
1,000.
number.
That sounds like more?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Well, people will have to let me know because I think it's more.
Yeah.
So you abandoned me over the weekend and went into a plane.
Yes.
And from the plane traveled to a distant city.
Distant. No.
Did you drive?
But it wasn't a distant city.
But did you drive?
Because I chose not to drive.
You didn't drive. So it was a distant.
Okay.
You went all the way to Vegas.
Yeah, distant.
That's pretty far.
4 hours.
Is it 4 hours?
4.5. I don't know, something. I don't know. Maybe it's longer. I was thinking it's not very far. It's drivable. Didn't want to.
I'm not sure.
I didn't want to drive. Wanted to make sure I got there.
Okay. And you saw BTS, who got me in a lot of trouble in the last podcast.
Yes.
That was not very nice.
No.
I doubt it was the boys in the band.
I don't think so. I think they're pretty happy being out and about there. I don't know that to be true. I haven't talked to them personally.
Oot in a boot.
Oot in a boot.
Yes. Okay. So we both have been to a lot of concerts over the years.
Mm-hmm.
What was your very first concert that you ever went to?
Striper.
Did they have?
And I don't use that on any of my security questions, so don't try it.
Well, that would be silly.
Yeah.
Do you remember if they had an opener?
Yes.
But do you remember who the opener was?
Not off the top of my head. I probably have the ticket in my album, but it's not readily available.
That's a bummer. When the tickets didn't say, I'd always write on the back of the ticket. This is back when you could get printed ones, and now they're all on your phone. But back when you can get, yes, back when you could get a printed ticket, I would write who the bands were, because there were some tours to where I saw the band a couple times, and they had different openers at different times in the tour. So
I feel like
it was hard to keep it together.
I don't know. I could be making it up. Maybe it's in the Googles.
So if it was Striper, was it the To Hell with the Devil tour, or was it In God We Trust?
Oh, I think it was To Hell with the Devil, because it was 87.
I think that works out To Hell with the Devil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was To Hell with the Devil.
Okay. Yeah, because the next tour, they went over the top on everything, had way too many trucks of effects and whatnot, and they lost so much money on the next tour because they could legit sell out and they would still lose money. So it was not very, very well managed on the next tour.
Maybe the Googles will say. I mean, like White Lion popped in. I don't think it was White Lion, though. That doesn't make sense.
White Lion that year was touring with Kiss.
See if the Googles say.
No, but that's who was touring with them, because I saw the Crazy Nights tour with Kiss, and it was White Lion that opened for.
Right, so it's not White Lion. That's what I'm saying. Consult the Googles and see if it says.
Consult the Googles.
That's what I say. To see who I can't think of who it was. Like I can sort of. I feel like the sound was terrible.
Well, and that's not necessarily the band. That could be the venue.
No, and it wasn't. Yeah, I don't think it was just the sound, whatever. But then they fixed. We were like, man, we hope we fixed it for Striper. And I cannot remember who it was, because I was kind of going in. That was my first exposure to Striper. I didn't really know who Striper was. My friend was like, "You should come," and I'm like, "Great."
Okay.
Does it say?
Yeah, there's several options.
If you tell me, I might be able to pick it out there.
This is crazy.
Okay.
So, they primarily toured with the Japanese heavy metal band Loudness and the Norwegian rock band TNT.
Wasn't TNT.
Okay.
Well, I don't think so.
Now, depending on the specific city and leg of the 87 tour, Other opening and supporting acts included Hurricane, Warrant, Brittany Fox, and Paul Di'Anno's Battle Zone.
Oh my gosh. I want to say Loudness, but
It's a Japanese band.
I
So
want to
so
say
you
I
should
it could
know.
be Loudness. But again, I was going in for unfamiliar acts, so I don't know.
Okay, so let's
I can't
see.
imagine it would be TNT. It was Peoria. So
Um, Double Tour, Peoria.
I feel like it was maybe Loudness. That sounds kind of familiar. I could be making it up though.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good concert. I couldn't hear straight for 3 days. I wore earplugs to concerts after that, except for the Slaughter, that one Slaughter concert in the bar, that small whatever venue, and I have ringing in my ears from that concert. Wear your earplugs. I'm freaked out. I forgot my earplugs to BTS, and I had read somewhere if you forget your earplug, just with any concert, check with the sound booth. I was like, so that's what I did. And they're like, yeah, why don't you go to the med tent? I'm like, well, which way is that? And they're like, that way. I'm like, so there was like, it was a safe security guy with the venue. So I went to him and he pulls one out of his pocket and said, here you go. And he gave me earplugs. Saved my hearing. Go ahead. I was filling in the gaps.
Okay, it was Hurricane.
Was it?
March
Hurricane?
March 31st, 1987 was Hurricane.
That's okay. So it's Hurricane. Okay.
Yep.
So it'll, all right. Yeah, I couldn't, I don't know. See, I thought maybe it was Loudness. That sounded familiar to me. So, okay, so it's Hurricane.
And you've actually seen the lead singer of Hurricane again. You did.
I
in
believe
a totally
you.
different band.
I believe you, but I don't know what you're telling me.
His name is Kelly Hansen, and he was the lead singer of Foreigner for around 20 years.
Oh.
But when we saw Foreigner here in Arizona, that's who the lead singer was for that tour. Now, Mick Jones did come out. Mick Jones, not the lead singer, but Mick Jones did come out at that show and play guitar, which was a rare appearance of him because he's actually been sick for years.
Okay.
My first concert was Bon Jovi with Cinderella opening.
Okay.
Again, not any of my security stuff.
Yeah, I don't put anything. I make my own security stuff.
But what was crazy about mine is that at the time, you had a band that was at platinum album sales in Bon Jovi, and their opening act had already sold over 2 million albums. The opening act. And Cinderella played every song on their first album except Hell on Wheels. That's a weird fact that I remember.
Okay. Yeah, and I wouldn't have been able to tell you any of that. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I can remember stuff like that, but somebody that I literally just shook hands with, I'm like, no idea what their name was.
That's funny. But
you could ask me something like that, and it's like, yeah, I totally got it. No, it was a great concert. I had to go to JCPenney's and stand in line to get the tickets because you could either go to JCPenney's in Pekin.
I do recall them doing ticket sales like that.
You could either go there or you had to go to the actual venue and stand in line there. That was the only way you could buy tickets back then, was those two separate locations.
Right.
And so I went to JCPenney's, and my ticket number was so bad. I was like, I am so far back. There's no way I'm going to get tickets.
Right.
So what I started doing is started going up in line and talking to people going, what ticket number are you? And having them, if one was buying two and one was buying one or whatever, combining them together and getting their thing. And I kept going up further and further in line. And next thing you know, I was not very far from the front.
Nice.
So yeah, salesman from an early age. And I ended up on the, if you're facing a stage, the left side stage. So I guess for them, that's stage right, correct?
Correct.
On the lower bowl. So we were, I don't remember how many rows up, but we had great view of the concert. But that's how I got tickets for that one.
Cool.
So that was awesome.
Yeah.
Now BTS.
Yes.
How were they?
They're really good. They have very good dancing skills. They're very entertaining to watch. That was just like the icing on the whole entire cake around that whole experience for me. It was a very individual concert experience for me because we had VIP tickets. Thank you, Karen. I don't know how many times I can say that. I just feel so grateful that she bought my ticket. Um, just the whole, we got there, we got to pre-order the light stick. So I have a light stick. I should have brought that in here. That was like my favorite thing. We bought that. We got that. Picked that up Friday night, the day before the concert, and then we just got to hang out. We ate steak and shake. That was so good. And, and then the next day, it was a very early day, so we only slept 3 or 4 hours if I'm lucky because I couldn't sleep. And so we got up. We're there at 5:30 a.m. and we're not sure where to stand because we don't know where the VIP line is. And so we look off onto the distance, and you can look at TikTok videos or whatever, and you can see these lines. I've already looked at them. There's a mob of people under this overpass that's by Allegiant Stadium, and you can just see, as far as you can see, it's people. So then we're asking questions. They're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what started. Well, then the next thing we know, we turn around.
So were they general admission?
That was general admission people.
So there was actual general admission without assigned seats?
Well, no, everybody had assigned seats. It's just there was VIP added on to the floor seats.
Okay, so
or to A2,
but not all those people. But none of those people were VIP.
None of the far line people
then
were.
My question is, why are you there so early? Because if you have an assigned seat,
no, I'm getting to that. No,
why show up that early?
I know, I thought that too. But here's why. So
because wasn't it Haas Balls there?
Not that early, but later it was. But we didn't have to
I know
stay
it
the
won't be
whole
at
time.
6:30 in the morning, but
No.
it's like it's freaking Vegas. Like that's a legit desert. We where we live in Phoenix, this is considered barely a desert.
Yeah, it was way hotter there, temperature wise.
Oh, yeah.
As far as what it felt like, the sun felt more intense, which doesn't seem possible when you're here, but the sun was more intense there. We were like, ugh. Anyway, okay, so we get there, and then as we turn around when they direct us to go back, because they're like, well, I don't remember what they said. Then we saw this line that had already formed, and it was like 30 some people. So as we get there, we just get in line, and it was this total cool thing. This one girl fan took charge. She's like an event planner boss. I told her she should have it as a career. So she started marking our names because they can do fishy things when they're shifting us locations and people cut in and do things, or if they make us leave. She had an order of our names and what number we were in the line because she's like, they should do this. And she's done it for other concerts. She was getting the security involved and all that stuff. She had it like in order. It was very cool. So we get in there, and the reason you want to get in line, so we were in line for VIP at 5:30 because it opened at 10, because they had the concert jerseys, and they've sold out every other show.
Yeah, but you're VIP.
They only have so many jerseys.
Yeah, but VIP would be in first, right?
Yes, but we didn't know if there was another VIP line anywhere, but we found out that was where we went. You want to be early because they will run out. There were hundreds of VIPs.
So was that the only VIP line?
Yes, but there were hundreds of VIP people.
Really?
If we hadn't gotten there, yes. If we hadn't gotten there, we wouldn't have been in this prime position. We were 48 and 49. We were like, we're definitely getting jerseys because they only allow purchase one of each jersey. So that way somebody wasn't coming in and buying 10 jerseys. So you can only purchase one of the black ones and one of the red ones, which if you go online and look at BTS jerseys, there's the city jersey and I forgot the other one's called, but one's like black or gray and black and the other one's red. I got the red one because it just said Las Vegas. So we were 48. So that way that insured.
Does it say BTS on it? Or does it just say Las Vegas?
It says Ararang on it.
It says what?
Ararang, the name of the album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
No, that's what I'm saying. So it says on the bottom, I should have brought it in, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So then that insured us. So then they got us in there at about 9:15 to line up still, and then they're setting up the VIP because you got a bonus gift bag of stuff. So you got a goodie bag for being a VIP. And then you got primary, you just had to head to the merch and get into their little windy line. And we weren't, I don't think we were 50 back from that because then they had 3 lines going and they had to pull whatever. We still were in a prime spot. We got the jerseys that we wanted because the jerseys sold out. End of story with that. But all the people are so nice in line. Some people in the general admission line were mistreating our new friend so badly. She was upset and crying, and I felt bad for her because I'm like, you know what? Just forget about what they told you. We're over here. You're in the fun people line now. Don't even worry about them anymore. because she was there at 3:30 in the morning, and the number was written on her hand was 742 or something like that. 790. It was something high, 700 something. I can't remember. Maybe it's 794. 3:30 a.m. in the morning. But she just wanted to hang out and talk. She wasn't like trying to hold that part of the line. She was like, I just like to talk to people. And they were just like, get out of the line. You're a VIP. Being totally mean to her. She's like, I just wanted to hang out and talk because nobody else was here for the VIP line. Anyway, so we got in 9:15 and we had to wait out. It was hot as crap. And I think one person had to go to a medic when they overheated. They came through and sold generously, they were so nice. They brought out Gatorade and waters and stuff. And they're like, yeah, we're like, how much? $9 a bottle to people who are dehydrated and hot. That's just not nice. Thanks, Allegiant Stadium.
That's Vegas. So.
Yeah. So we were like, well, $9 is a cheap price to pay to stay hydrated rather than get removed and go to the hospital. None of that. But we were out there for a while. And we got through the line, got our stuff, and they said we could go home, come back. We didn't have to stay because we didn't know if we were going to have to stay all day or not. So they said we can come back by no later than 3. But geez, we should have, in our own intuition, we should have listened to that and got back sooner because it took us forever to get in because they said if you don't make it in by a certain time, you'll miss sound check. We had some empty seats in front of us, but it was several. So we didn't really know what the deal was for a while. So I don't know if they didn't get in because there were people there for the concert.
Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
So I'm confused. Okay. So the VIP that you went through first, that was just to get concert stuff?
It was to get our goodie bag, get our wristbands, because you were marked VIP. You had a green wristband and a VIP wristband.
Okay. And then you come back at 3-ish or whatever for sound check.
Yes.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. So then we had to wait in line again out in the hot. This time they had a little bit of they didn't even have misters, but they still had cooling fans, but it didn't really reach you. My scalp, it's okay now, but my scalp was a little bit burnt after that day. I should have had a hat, but whatever. I was going to buy a hat, but the hats were $50. I was like, okay.
Should have wore a big time rush hat.
Yeah, that's
or
what
spam hat.
Yeah, that's what I should have worn. It would have been fine because everybody dresses amazingly there with their different costumes and stuff that they were wearing and just their garb. It was fun and everybody was handing out freebies. So people had these little bags, had maybe a little BTS card, and they're like, do you have a favorite or do you like them all? And some had a piece of candy in it. Some had a bracelet. I have a necklace. I have all these goodies, a little charm for the light stick. It was crazy. Some wouldn't give them over unless they had a trade. I'm like, well, I didn't even know it was a thing. So I was happy getting these goodies that people that wanted to hand them out. They're like, yeah, here. And everybody in line was so nice. We chatted the whole time. Met a couple of really cool girls that I added to my Instagram. So I got to reach out to them again. They were just so helpful. And then just getting in there, and then sound check started at I don't know if it started on time, maybe 5:05, 5:10. It was supposed to start 5. I feel like it didn't start quite on time, but it was amazing. They sang for 13 minutes or something. And it was just cool. And then it was just waiting around concert time. We were already inside. And then we got access to the merch booths again at half hour before. Well, yeah, it was probably ended up being 20 minutes before the rest got let in. So if you wanted to grab something else, you could. But everybody was like, jerseys? Nope. Sold out.
So the jerseys sold out during the VIP thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, through all of it, because the general admission got to line up for a merch booth outside. They didn't get in as quickly as we did. That's my understanding. I think, yeah. So yeah, the jerseys just a lot because they're so cool and so whatever.
So do they have an opener?
No.
No opener?
No, it's just
even
them.
Taylor has openers.
It's just them.
Well,
it's really cool.
Taylor's bigger, but
it's just them. Vegas rolled out the red carpet at every location for them. It was so cool.
The city rolls out for Taylor too.
Probably, but I wasn't there to experience what all was going on with Taylor Swift. I was there to see it. They did the Sphere. I didn't know because I didn't see the Sphere when I was there, but I went online and looked. Oh my gosh, I wish I'd seen that in person.
So so no opener.
Nope.
How long did they play?
So probably 2.5 hours.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Bruce Springsteen long, but it's long.
No, but it was good.
Because most bands now just don't play very long. They play hour and 10 to hour and 30 if you're lucky.
It was between 2 and 2.5 hours. I don't know where they landed because of how it started. So I'm not sure. 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But it was good. It was entertaining. It was fun. Their visuals were really cool. The just everything they had. Go. Even if you don't like K-pop or don't like the bands, just go and see the like effects that they did. It was so awesome. I liked it.
Encores.
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
Yeah, and they did actually little intermission things too, where they had whatever, and they do have like a dancing crew come in and do a dance. So they did take a break. If people wanted to go to the bathroom and come back, they probably could. There's a lot of people in the stadium though, but if you needed to, you could, and probably not miss very much.
Well, last time we saw Metallica when they did the 2 nights where no repeats,
Yeah.
um, we saw them. They didn't call them intermissions, but they did have
Guitar,
they had a lot of breaks.
Mm-hmm.
No, like legit, like breaks, like video stuff playing, and the band wasn't out there and stuff like that.
Right.
Like they were breaking it down into acts.
Yeah,
I guess that'd be the best way to describe it.
Hey, I'm all for it. I think that's a great way to do it, honestly.
So you've seen hundreds of bands or artists live.
Is it hundreds?
I mean, it is for
sometime.
me, but you can't. Okay,
Tens.
I know there's no you. It has to have been over 100 artists.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay,
I've dragged you to quite a few.
Dragged me. Oh, there's only a few you dragged me to, and I'm like, it's been spending time with you. I guess it's fine, but might not be my cup of tea.
Best one ever was Iron Maiden on our anniversary. You're welcome. I mean, that is like the greatest anniversary gift ever.
No.
That was your birthday. It was your birthday, not the anniversary. Okay, greatest birthday gift ever.
Yeah,
that was like 15 years ago.
It's a long time ago.
I can never top that.
No, okay,
you can.
I think you can. I think there are ways to top that one.
I don't think so. You got to see one of the greatest bands of all time.
Yeah, I still think you could. I still think it could be topped.
Anyway. Okay, you've seen all these bands, including Taylor.
Yep.
Who is the greatest artist you've ever seen live? Where does BTS rank? Because we've always said that Taylor, and I've seen a bunch since Taylor, that for performance, just take genre out of it entirely, just as far as performance is concerned. Who was the greatest performance you've ever seen, whether it's an artist or a band, ever, that you've seen live? And the funny thing is, people will comment and they'll go, oh, well, such and such was better. But if you haven't seen them, it doesn't matter to us. We can only count the list of people we've seen. Because like there may be some Yahoo out there that says that, oh, well, Fish is great. And it's like, well, never seen Fish live, and I don't like their music, so it's never going to happen that I will see them live. And ours would say Dave Matthews, same thing. And there's others that I'm like, yeah, possibly, but never seen them. So until I see them, don't know.
Boy.
Where does BTS rank?
Okay, top 5. I'm trying to like think about the whole thing. I mean, honestly, BTS for sure rivals Taylor with the fans, the way they are, the performance, the show that they give. It rivals. I don't know if I could put one above the other because they're both so good.
I'm looking for a lot of things when I see an artist live, and I want to see not just the performance of the music, just the everything around it, how they interact with the fans that are there as well, because some love you, and then some, i.e. Bob Dylan, don't. Well, because when I saw Bob Dylan, he was a complete asshole to us at the show. Yeah, he was a jerk. But then there's others that I'm like, I became fans by being there and seeing how much they loved the people there.
I would say, I mean, if you'd asked me before, I mean, really walking out of the concert for the total package, everything considered, Taylor Swift was hands down just all the things, everything around it.
Because there was a lot of great bands, and then there was Taylor that was way up here. And it's like, whether you like her or not, when you see her live, and I do like her, but even if you don't like her, when you see her perform live, it's like something clicks with you and you're like, oh, I get it. Yeah. And it's like, maybe that would happen if I saw bands like Dave Matthews or Fish or whatever, but I just don't. Like her music, I enjoyed it going in. And since I don't enjoy their music, I don't know if I wouldn't be able to give them a complete score. Because even if I saw them, I could go, I get why people like them, but it's just not my thing. But with her, I was like, she's probably the greatest songwriter of all time.
Yeah. And so I would almost say
You're going to cop out and you're going to
it's
put
a
them one and one.
because hear me out. No, but no, this isn't a cop out. This is legit. At the end of the concert, BTS sat on the stage, one by one by one. Each was giving a personal thank you to the fans for sticking around and coming back, and they each had their own heartfelt thing to say. So they did their whatever, and they came out and they each did the thing. Then up on the screen, they had built this whole concert experience. They had pulled people out, like this mother and son, how they dressed in the, I don't know what the costumes are called. They're very like long gown. And then he had I don't know what they are.
Because so they did like what Big Time Rush does. Because Big Time Rush, they interact a lot with the fans at the concert, and they pull people up on stage.
Well, they didn't pull people up on stage. They had just filmed different people and aspects. There was somebody that was there, I think, for their 50th anniversary, and they said, yay, and like just different things, and they showed the different signs. This is my first, like whatever. So they had taken the time through this whole show and kind of pointed people out and said, hey, we're gonna whatever.
Oh, a videographer, because that gets down to the videographer. They could make or break a show.
Oh, well, so I'll tell you, the one video, the mother and son video, they were in front of us, not right in front of us, but they were a number of people in front of us while we were waiting in line to get in. So I had already seen them several times. And so they got stopped as soon as they got into the floor of the venue, and they pulled them aside and were asking them questions. So they were already ready to do that. And maybe they'd already scoped some of it down outside, but.
So, I mean, I guess I can give you a pass and go, the greatest solo artist you've ever seen is Taylor. The greatest band you've ever seen is BTS. I'm giving you an out.
Yes, but
okay, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm giving you an out. The big question that everybody wants to know is who was better, their singing of Dynamite and Swim Swim, or my rendition of Swim Swim and Dynamite?
Can I plead the fifth?
Possibly, because I mean, you got to think I had to do it with no music whatsoever.
You're right.
And I mean, I thought my rendition, especially on double speed, I highly recommend that you pull it up and just put it on double speed. I sound like I am world-class rapper at that point.
I'm going to say that you did a 100% effort.
I did. I put a lot of effort into it.
100%.
Yep. Don't make me angry, because then I get ornery.
Yes. So yeah, so that it's tough too, because my sister bought me some awesome tickets back in the day, 2008. I got to see George Michael in concert, and it was tickets that we bought 2 days before. Thought it was third row, which I was like, kick butt. And then we got there and they start winding us around. Well, the way it was designed, the way it came in, our row ended up being front row center. Like if I could have leaned over, I could have almost touched him.
In today's world, those are over $1,000 tickets.
And he put on a show too. He had costume changes. He had a choir for some songs. So it's like you've got BTS, Taylor, George Michael are my like
pretty good
solid top three.
I wish I could have seen him. I never saw Prince. I wish I could have seen Prince.
I wish I could have seen Prince and Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, both. Yeah,
I never got to see them,
because I mean, obviously they would be somewhere on the list.
We saw Duran Duran. How many years has it been now?
Couple.
And that was a good show too. And so as a loved
3
artist back from the 80s, and they put on a good show too. It wasn't like costume changes and all that crazy stuff, but they definitely have talent.
Well, funny thing is, some of these bands are actually better now than they were back then, because they're so tight on it.
Yeah.
Like I never saw Toto back in the day, but seeing Toto now, it's like it's always so good because the musicianship is incredible. Air Supply is the same thing, because people are like, Air Supply, and I'm like, you have to trust me. It's like, because you know the songs and you sing along to them, even though you don't want to admit it, and you'll see them live and you'll be like, oh,
they're good.
They freaking rock.
Yeah, they're good. They're just stage performers. They don't like do dances and things, and that's just different.
True.
And we like them. Toto and Air Supply were actually really good.
Oh yeah, they're not going to have the dancers and all that stuff for sure. It's totally different styles of music.
And for those of you that know me, you know that I listen to all the things for the most part, and there's some things My surprise concert of all time that I had no expectation, didn't know, Five Finger Death Punch.
Mm-hmm.
They performed. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I really liked that. And
Yeah,
that's not my typical
they're probably
style.
better ever since the lead singer got sober, and we
Oh,
saw
is that
we
what the deal is?
yeah, I
Oh,
think that's part of it.
it was really good. And they were entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
and the way he was talking, the storytelling was really good. Oh,
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper was good at that too. She's had a concert story. I
Well,
love
with
that.
Cindy, it was a specific. That was the reason for it. Is it?
Yeah,
It was the tour was an anniversary to She's So Unusual,
which was awesome.
and so she told a story about every single song. She had the story behind it, and so that's what made it so cool. And then after that, she also played her other greatest hits. But it was cool seeing her literally play every song from the album live.
Well, and we found out she's a hockey mom.
Yeah.
That was just so like, oh, she walked on the chairs in front of us.
Yeah, and not
Walked on the chairs.
yeah, and not only that,
because we
but
were
it's like
standing.
it's like probably the only artist I know that can make the recorder look cool. One of these days we're
Was it
gonna.
a recorder? Wasn't a recorder.
Oh
was
yeah,
it?
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
That's a recorder that
Okay.
she's using, and
Okay.
she's the one playing it.
Yeah. No. No one else makes a recorder sound cool.
I
That's
was
the
like, as
joke.
well,
Of
and
whatever.
it was on a hit song too, so that's
Yeah.
what makes it even more
Okay.
wild.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's my concert. I've seen a lot of good concerts that are good, but if you're gonna make me name top 5, it's top 3, top 3 for sure. Without it, because when you said that, BTS, Taylor, George, R.I.P. Wish he was still around.
Yeah,
Makes me emotional.
yeah. I've seen a lot of artists live.
He was just
Taylor's
really good.
definitely the best. Metallic was so good on the Injustice for All tour. So for me, it's sometimes just specific tours that I saw him
Yeah.
on because I've seen him certain bands I've seen multiple times. I would say when let's see with Iron Maiden when they did Book of Souls tour, it was probably the best I'd ever heard Bruce because he was not supposed to be able to necessarily sing again because he had cancer removed.
Oh, it's cancer? I thought it was
Yeah.
polyps or something. Okay.
And so I'd seen him multiple times and I never heard him that good. And he was always good, but
Yeah.
there was just the energy at that show. So sometimes you're lucky to catch lightning in a bottle at a moment like that. Yeah. So
Well, and then I would say other concerts that I liked was, I'm probably not the popular, but I actually was very entertained and totally enjoyed Kiss's Psycho Circus tour.
Yeah.
I loved that one.
Glasses
That
on, glasses
was
off.
so good.
Yeah.
And then Bon Jovi, we saw him in the Have a Nice Day tour. I actually enjoyed that too, and having the whole auditorium just rail
That was really
Have a Nice
good.
Day. It was so good.
And probably one of the last tours that John sounded good live because anybody can
Sounded solid. How about that?
he sounded good on that one.
Yeah.
But also Seconds to Breathe opened. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a local band. I've seen them 3 times. They're not together anymore.
Oh,
They done like a special show every now and then, and every time they did that, I saw them, but they haven't done a special show in years.
oh, they were so good.
They were so good. Yeah. Yeah. That first album, I mean, there's just something about it.
And then I had the privilege of seeing Whitney Houston in the round in Peoria.
Oh,
Illinois.
well, you would think she would be up there.
That was incredible. Blew me away. That was perfect.
Didn't see
You
her,
got
but
to see
but
her,
we were
incredible.
We were running in different circles. I was
Yes.
catching all the metal
That's fine.
and stuff. So
We went to the same Metallica concert. Just didn't know it at the time.
we did. I saw him twice on that tour.
Yeah.
I saw him back-to-back weeks.
There you go.
Yeah, and it was freaking insane how good it was. They did 3 encores in one night and 5 encores the other night. They just kept coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm like that, and that's just kind of a Metallica thing. You don't really know necessarily when the show's ending. At least back then, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
With the latest tour, where it's 2 nights and no repeats over the 2 nights, so it's one night of however many songs and next night of so many songs. There's not a single song that's played on either night that's a repeat.
Okay.
And so on that, they did have a they had their mental list of what they were going to play one night and then what they're going to play the next night. But it was still a long freaking show. Plus, they had two opening bands for each night. And what was cool is that they also did no repeat of the openers. So you could have two openers for the one night and then two totally different bands the next night. So
Oh yeah.
all in all, you got to see, five different artists over the course of 2 days, which
Yeah.
was cool. I mean, great. I've been to music festivals where I've seen 14 acts in one day, which I don't really recommend because
That's a lot.
that's starting at 9 a.m. and ending at 2 a.m.
So long. I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't do that.
Oh, no.
There'd be no way. It doesn't matter who it was.
Last time I did that was 20. Well, I did in 2013, but
yeah, but that's still.
but then I
a
also
while
did.
ago.
I did a few years ago, but I was also smart about it. Um, it depended on the act whether I was going to the
Sure.
front or not. Because some I'd seen before, and I'm like, I'm just going to hang back
Yeah.
and sit back.
Sit.
Because I was like, yeah, I don't want to stand. I've learned now that
I
it's
will not
more
stand.
it's about endurance when you go to it. When do you go to a festival? It's you can't be dialed to 100 for every single act.
No.
No, and
Plus, standing hurts my back anymore. It's like ridiculous for that many hours. No.
yeah. Well, plus I was loading in and loading out
Right.
merch for our friends. So
Yeah.
there's that as well.
So
We're gonna wrap it up here. I had a bunch of other things I was going to talk about, but at 36 minutes and change, I figured that that can wait for another episode.
all right.
So like, subscribe, review, share, comment, think about us. Until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.